2000, we bought an abandoned 100-acre farm in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. We spent years cleaning it up, built a new house, and now are trying to make it a functional homestead farm. Welcome to Red Toolhouse.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Red Toolhouse. I'm Troy. Today I am unloading a trailer load of horse crap. I have chosen not to put the wireless mic on simply because, due to stupidity on my part, I have two cracked ribs, and if I have the mic on, all you're going to hear is me wheezing and huffing and moaning and groaning like some little pansy. So I'll forego that unpleasant experience for you all. I wish I could say that my cracked rib was from something exciting on the homestead, but it was simply inside housework. I tripped over the dishwasher door. It was open, and cracked my rib against the countertop. So yeah, we're trying to recover from that right now. But what I want to talk about in today's video, let's see if I can pitchfork and talk at the same time. What I want to talk about today is how Facebook can be extremely helpful for your homestead. Now, a lot of y'all may be saying, really, Facebook? How in the world is that going to help? Facebook is where you go to lose friends, or you go to alienate half the people you know because of your political stance or religion or whatever you want to talk about. Well, what's interesting about Facebook is, and we've talked about this in some of our other videos, Facebook allows us technology to communicate with other people that have similar interests. Again, we can talk about cats and politics and all that kind of stuff. But from a homesteading perspective, we can really discuss and share information about what we're experiencing in our homestead, what's working for us, what's not working for us. So if you think about, if you've looked around, I'm sure many of you, if you're into homesteading, you may have found these forums. There's a homesteading forum, there's homesteading sustainability. There's my favorite, is the homesteading front porch that my buddy Harold Thornborough started. And I think it has about 20,000 members in it. And it's a really good forum. And what you find is it's a place for people to come together, like-minded people, usually. Every once in a while a troll shows up, but Harold does a good job keeping them away. Like-minded people show up, and they discuss the things they're dealing with. Hey, we're trying this, or I've never done this before. Does anybody done this? What were your recommendations, or what are what's your advice on how to handle this problem, or this new animal we're trying to raise, or this new plant that we're trying to grow? And you get a lot of good feedback, and 98% of it is really good feedback and helpful feedback. But one other thing that I found very interesting about Facebook is the ability to find deals that relate to your homestead. So what I'm shoveling right now is an example of a deal. You may be wondering, okay, Troy, you've got a trailer that you said is full of horse crap, but you don't have any horses. No, I do not have horses. I really don't care to have horses. Those of y'all that have horses and love them, God bless you. We always called them hay burners growing up. But one thing a horse does, I'm sure there's many things a horse does. I don't want to make it sound like I hate horses. But one thing a horse does that interests me is they produce tons and tons of manure. In fact, I know a cow produces about 50 pounds a day. I guess a horse is somewhere close by. So that's a lot of crap. So what I found on Facebook, you can go to these Facebook yard sales, and go to these Facebook groups that are selling stuff. Well, I found one the other day that was free horse manure. I thought, okay, yeah, that's interesting, but I probably have to drive 5 hours to find it because it's probably somewhere on the other side of the state. But in this situation, it worked out perfectly, where this guy's horse farm is just 5 minutes away from my office. And my office is about 35 minutes from here. But where I drive into town to go to my office, this guy's horse farm is just right there. So I contact this guy, and this guy boards horses. So he has a nice horse farm that's has small accommodations, has a nice barn, but you know, small pasture and all that type of stuff. So, you know, he boards the horses inside the barn, and of course, over the wintertime, his byproduct is stacked up quite a bit. So for free, this guy says, "Hey, bring me a trailer, drop it off for me, and I'll call you when it's ready." So this guy loads his trailers by hand, and it usually takes him a couple days to get my trailer ready. But he'll just call and leave me a voicemail and say, "Hey Troy, the trailer's full. Stop by and get it whenever you can." So I'll swing by one evening after work, pick it up and bring it home. So it's really no extra expense on my part, other than the little bit of extra gas it takes to transport my trailer to the office. But that's really not that big a deal, transporting a small 8-foot trailer that's empty. But I found this guy via Facebook, so I communicate with him through that channel, and he lets me know when he's ready to have more hauled off. So I get free, really nice. Some of this is really composted already, and it's really decomposed, and some of it's still hot. You can see, that's why you'll see some steam rolling off of it. But just because of using something like Facebook, we've been able to find horse manure and obviously good advice. So despite all the hassles and headaches you find with Facebook and all the things that cause issues, there is some good elements to that social media. Well, I wanted to provide an update on this beautiful spring day. Snow in my mouth. At the time of watching this video should be Friday's video, but as shooting this, Merida here, who's that pig, she is ready to farrow. In fact, she's scheduled for this weekend, is when her 115 days is up. And I've separated her from the rest, and that's where, see how this lasts, see if her hunger respects the fence, which is stronger. But got them separated because right now I want Merida to be the only one to be in the barn so she can farrow. And the other 5 obviously just going to hang out in my north pasture until I can get Merida to just go ahead and creep on in the barn. And then what I'll do is I'll open up that fence right there. You can see where they're standing. There's a fence there. I'll open that up and let the other 5 back into this pasture so they can go up into that shelter. So that shelter will be get them out of the snow and all that type of stuff, because I don't have a good shelter over here on the north pasture. So we want to get them over there and allow them to hang out at that point. So right now, just separating the 4 from the one. The other 2 piglets that are pregnant there, you can see them. They're the ones in the back. They're not ready to farrow until May. So there'll be another month, about a month and 2 weeks before they farrow. So we want to get Merida on her own and let her have a good farrowing, and then take it from there. Okay, well, I got everybody situated where they need to be. I've got Merida in the barn here. New hay, got a little snack. There's a lot to be said about withholding food for a little bit will help motivate the animal to go where you want to. They don't like crossing that electric fence, but I didn't feed them this morning. This is late afternoon. I didn't feed them this morning, so a day's worth of about 10 hours worth of not eating has motivated them to move. So they crossed over the fence pretty easily. Merida's always the most reluctant, so it was easy to keep her behind. What's funny is I was trying to tempt her with my bucket, and there's something about a large 600-pound pregnant lady, you don't mess with her food, because she took a big chunk out of the side of my bucket there. So she was hungry. But we'll see. She's this is Wednesday when I'm shooting this. Again, her farrowing date isn't until Saturday. I wanted to separate. The last thing I want, being pastured pigs, last thing I wanted was her to take it upon herself to go somewhere on this 5 acres of pasture they have and in the woods and decide to farrow with this cold weather we've been having. So we want her to farrow here where it's nice and fluffy, and she can stay warm, and I can keep an eye on her. And so hopefully she'll stay in here and not. She's not too crazy about the barn. She's the one that busted through my gate. I did a video about that. In fact, I'll post it here. She's the one that busted through my gate and tore it all to pieces. So hopefully she won't recap that. The reason why she did it is she's getting spooked where I was trying to load other pigs. So I'm hoping without all that stress of the other animals around that she'll be chill and be ready to have some puppies. We'll be sure to post an update video when farrowing happens. Hopefully things will go well, so we'll post some videos of that. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so. And feel free to comment below on your thoughts on this discussion. And check us out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time is when we upload a new video. And we appreciate everybody watching. Take care, everybody.